Okay, guys, so we are recording, and what I am going to talk to you about today is the road to creating 5 cycles. Um, and what is 5 cycles? 5 cycles, I'm going to do this with the board tonight. I've got to move this. Can you guys see what I have written up on the board? 5 cycles is the equivalent of 4,500 points. It looks backwards, but here's the deal. When you help somebody get to 5 cycles, this is believable. This is somewhere their lives start to change. It's the equivalent of $1,000 a month. But how do we do it? This is the question, right? It's not about, just you individually going out and enrolling enough people so that you cycle 5 times. It's about helping people in your life that you have brought the gift of Isagenix to, helping them get their products paid for, helping them not only get healthy, but cover their cost of a car payment, cover the cost of potentially a mortgage. It's about giving to everybody this gift that we have. So let me break this down, because when I really understood this, it was pretty mind-blowing. So going back to this, so we said 5 cycles is 4,500 points, but what is a cycle? A cycle here is the equivalent of $54, which is 900 points, right? Divided between 2 teams. One side doing 600, the other side doing 300. But here's the thing. If we're dividing the 4,500 points divided by 2 teams also, right? So here's how it works. So let's say, it starts with you, right? So if we want you to get to 5 cycles. Sorry, I'm totally turning my back to you guys. I apologize, but work with me, because this is definitely a visual. It's 5 cycles, right? So that's the 4,500 points. How are we going to divide this? What does that look like? So it looks like your 2 teams. And that means we need to break it down by 2,700 points on each side. Right? 2 teams, they're going to each then, it's going to filter up. So we're going from 5 cycles. We want to help then, let's say, your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your best friend, whoever you've shown and you've shared this business with, we want to help them create 3 cycles. Do you think it's possible for, to help people create 3 cycles? So we help 2 people create 3 cycles for themselves. Now, why this is so powerful, so that's then the 2,700 points. But why this is so important is because we're breaking it down into smaller chunks. We're not going for just 10 cycles, 20 cycles, but it's one piece at a time. So if we're going to, if you now have helped 2 people create 3 cycles for themselves, that's about $162 a week. That's a significant amount of money, which will then help you get to your goal of 5 cycles. Now, we can take it one level deeper. We can say we can then help 2 people create 2 cycles for themselves, which is $108. We do that 4 times. So this is a business that you're in business not for yourself, but not by yourself, because you're going at increments. So now you're helping a couple other people hit 2 cycles. That's $108 for them. They're closer to getting their products paid for each month. And then if we take it one level deeper, we help 2 more people each help somebody, right? And we can do this 4 times, or sorry, 6 times. and so on, right? Now, one cycle a week. What does one cycle a week mean? You know, when you help people create one cycle a week, that is the equivalent of maintenance on Isagenix, right? About $200 a month, your products are paid for. So now not only are you feel amazing, but you're eating for free, guys. This is an incredible opportunity, and the numbers show that when we help people cycle one time a week, right there, the retention rate is 95%. And we know that retention is everything in our business. So you're getting healthy, you're getting your products paid for, and then the next step is, you know, one cycle to 2 cycles to 3 cycles, and we don't do it alone. That's what's just so incredible. And how do we help people? If we're going from a very simple level, how do we help people create one cycle a week, right? We do that by focusing on helping everybody create consultants. Just create consultants, and that's it. It's one step at a time, taking what could be something very large and making it very, very simple, because one cycle is believable, and then 2 cycles become more believable, and so on. So, you know, the more money we make, the greater impact we can have on others. And so as our businesses grow, this is the impact we can have as a ripple effect, helping each person create that one cycle. And the goal is, you know, we have to take our focus off of us. If we're going to create this, if we're going to build our businesses deep, which is where the residual income comes from, that's where the freedom comes from, this is where we need to start, one step at a time. So we take our focus off of us, and we put it completely on helping others get paid, helping others get their nutrition for absolute free. You know, if we look at it on a larger scale, the vision for Jim and Kathy Coover was to free people from physical and financial pain. So we're doing this by, you know, everybody should be able to have the best nutrition in the world. Everybody should be able to then get their nutrition for free. How incredible is that vision? And that's what we have our hands on. So there's two of the most common mistakes people make in network marketing is, you know, they grossly underestimate what they'll make in the first year. So people end up quitting. Or the second mistake is you don't allow it to grow and then grossly underestimate how much you can make in 5 years. Imagine you start this process we created just today. You know, 5 cycles is $1,000. Now, if you want to do, you know, you want to double it, you want to make $2,000, you do this process again, and then it just builds from that. But give it time to grow, and don't fall into those traps. We have to be careful not to fall into those traps of, you know, expecting too much up front, or not giving it the time, the love, and giving the people the love that they need to then have that growth that you're looking for in 5 years. So we want to help, like I said, we want to help everybody focus on creating consultants, so then we can help them get their products for free. One cycle a week, you guys, it is the equivalent of having $100,000 in the bank. That's incredible. It's an incredible amount of money, about $2,800. You know, you can't make that. You can't just leave that in the bank. And not everybody has. Most people don't have $100,000 sitting in the bank, right? So we can create this simply, one person at a time. So, you know, if anyone still has hang-ups about making money, the reality is, like I said, we're talking about the more money we can make, the greater the impact we can have on others. So this business is about getting people healthy. I'm sitting here right now with my protein shake, my vegan shake, and my Isagrains, putting the products in our body and sharing it with everybody. Everybody you talk to, everybody that comes up in your life, who you're seeing. And we want to share everywhere we go. Now, there was a question about what exactly is a cycle, and I'm so happy that you asked that question. Let me define what a cycle is again. So a cycle is, let's go back to the board for a moment. So one cycle is the equivalent of 900 points, but that's divided by doing, you have the right side, you have your right team. If you have you have your left team and your right team. So the goal is to help one side do 300 points and the other side do 600 points. And once the computer sees that you have 300 points on one side and 600 points on the other, you're going to cycle. So that means you're going to earn $54. And the cycling, we know in Isagenix there's many ways of making money, but what's so powerful about cycles is that it is what creates the residual income. It is what creates the long-lasting, the powerful income that we're all looking to create. So with that, you know, the most amazing piece of, the other amazing piece of this business is to create that, we need to talk to our friends. We need to share this with everyone we come in contact with. But you know, for every 10 conversations, you're going to have 1 to 2 yeses. And that's incredible, because that's something that Jimmy Smith, one of the top income earners in Isagenix, those are his numbers. And what that means is you can, you know, fail 90% of the time in this business and still become and still create an incredible income. Because what you're going to do is you're going to go through this process with each person. One person by one by one by one. You have, you know, 10 people hitting 3 cycles. You have maybe 10 people hitting 5 cycles. So it's the efforts of many that creates the absolute power of what Isagenix offers when creating residual income. And you want to be living your life. You want to be living your life doing everything you do, sharing Isagenix. So it's not about going out and I'm going to share Isagenix. It's I'm going to go live my life and I'm going to share Isagenix. I'll tell you a story. I ended up sitting with a new prospect because I was cleansing the other day, and he saw me literally licking the wrapper of an Isadelight because I was cleansing, I was hungry, and it was melted. And he asked me, are those special chocolates or something, or can I find them in the store? And just from there, a new prospect showed up because I was living my life completely out loud. So it's not about what you say in our business. It's about the questions you're asking. It's what you're showing the world and who you're standing for and as. So I know we have several people on the line. I'm curious if these numbers that I'm creating for you all make sense. And if you truly understand the power of creating 5 cycles and what it means. If you're on the line, totally just type it in and let me know. The one thing that I did not mention yet is Isagenix, because we know how generous they are. They've come out with the 5 cycle bonus. So when you create 5 cycles, that's about $270. And what Isagenix is now offering us is to basically match that bonus. So the first time you hit it, you're going to get an additional $250. They doubled your bonus. You're at $520. Just for helping just for hitting those 5 cycles, helping other people on your team hit 3 cycles, and others hitting 2 cycles. They'll double it, and not only will they double it once, but they'll double it twice. So in total, Isagenix is giving you over $1,000, over $500, well, $500 worth of bonuses for hitting that level, and then, you know, the cycles that you've created to begin with. So extremely, extremely generous, and it's what we want to build to. We want to build towards, and really encourage our teams to build towards. I'm being asked if I can do a quick run through of the diagram again. So let me go back, and I will erase this and start again and go through it one more time so I know everybody is clear. Okay, so creating 5 cycles is not an individual effort. It's one of the beautiful things about network marketing, about Isagenix specifically. Now, how you go about creating 5 cycles, 5 cycles is 4,500 points. It's the equivalent. So we are going to break that down into 2 sides because we build on the right side and build on the left side. So that means we're going to split. 1 second here, guys. Okay, so we're going to split it so that you're creating 2,700 points on your left and 2,700 points on your right. Okay, so that means, what does that mean? That means creating 3 cycles. You know, to get to 5, it's really 2.5. So we're going to round up just for easy numbers and easy math. So that's 3 cycles on each side, which is 2,700 points, which then brings you to 4,500 points, right? But then we go, how does this person hit 3 cycles, right? They've got to go ahead and help their team members hit 2 cycles. 1.5, but again, easy math, 2 cycles. Because that is the equivalent of 1,800 points. And it's a trickle-up effect, right? You help your brother, your mother, your sister, your daughter hit 3 cycles, and we're going to help each one of them help 2 people hit 2 cycles. Then you take it a step further. 1 cycle. Right? So that's 1 cycle, and then it's the ripple effect. And it's the 1 cycle, you creating the 1 cycle by creating consultants, by hitting that first level of leadership, by sharing with 2 people who are going to love the product, who are going to put it in their body and have the most remarkable physical transformations. I hope that clarifies the cycles. So guys, I know I'm early tonight, and I knew I was going to go through this fast. But what I really want to, okay, I'm getting some more questions here. So the 4,500 represents 5 cycles, meaning the sum of the right and the left is theoretically 4,500. It's right. It's above 4,500. Correct. So the goal is to break it down. It's going to be more than 4,500 because it's 3 cycles. It's not 2.5. It's 3 cycles and 3 cycles. So it's not the exact math. If anybody's really digging, if you're a numbers person and you're digging into every detail, we're rounding up because it's an odd number. Thank you for your questions, guys. It's awesome. So what we want to do, we've created these race to rank advancement opportunities. We have the launch weeks. We don't want to leave any money on the table. Isagenix is so generous with what they offer us, and we want to use that 5-cycle bonus. We want to create excitement and create momentum to help people make that extra $500 in bonuses, to help them make that $1,000 in income outside of the PIBs, outside of just the enrollments, and show people how simple it is to create that residual income, that it's not just this idea of cycles and lingo, but it's easy, because all we're doing is helping one person at a time help 2 people. The most beautiful, simple system I have seen to help people get not only healthy, but to get wealthy, and just paying it forward. So like I was saying, I knew I was going to be a little bit early because it's a very tight topic. There's a lot of information on this board, and I encourage you guys to really dig into this so that you understand this, because this is how we can show and empower people to help themselves make an extra $500 in their life. And we know the stats that an extra $300 to $500 can completely change a household, can completely take the stress off of where the stress is in people's lives. And we want that retention, that 1 cycle a week means 95% retention. And we want it not only for ourselves, but because we know that as long as people are putting our shakes or putting our greens in their bodies, they are going to just function at an optimal level, to which that ripple effect it shows up in their work, it shows up in their families, it shows up in their relationships, in their friendships. So this is the access to doing that. So if it's not clear, in their operating rooms, we do have a neurosurgeon in the house tonight, and he is saying that it makes a difference for him when he's operating on people's brains. It's pretty impressive, guys. So this is the access. Dig into this. Don't be shy. If you're not getting it, don't be shy. Reach out to me. Reach out to your upline and get this clear in your mind so we can start growing and we can grow. This will create exponential growth throughout all of our businesses. This is what creates the ripple effect of people. I'm in Arizona, where in Australia, we know somebody in Australia and they're getting healthy, and we somebody in, I don't know, Hong Kong, and now they're getting healthy, and their family is now finally eating for free, and they've got a complete freedom around their nutrition and feeling amazing. So I hope this made sense to you guys, and let's just go out and help start creating 5-cycle earners, and then creating 10-cycle earners, and just create the ripple effect that Isagenix so powerfully offers us. And if you don't have any more questions, I'm going to sign off. Again, I know it's 5 minutes early. I love you guys. I'll stay on another minute if you guys have any other questions or thoughts or want to address anything. You guys are so welcome. I'm getting some messages from you guys, from everybody, and I appreciate you guys being on the line and listening in to grow yourselves, to be able to grow your teams, to be able to grow your families. It's incredible, and I'm so happy that you guys are here. So I am going to sign off, and let's just have a rocking week. We've got, it's only Wednesday. It's race to rank advancement. There's so many people out there who are looking for what we have, looking for the solution physically, that are looking for the solution financially. And let's just pay it forward in a big, 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 big way this week, guys. All right. I love you. Signing off.